So, I know this is kind of a weird topic, and I'm just going to let the game kind of auto-farm in the background because I don't really know what else to put on the screen for this. But I've been seeing, if you've been on the Reddit or anything like that, or just personally have dealt with it, a lot of people have been kind of making more posts lately about dealing with like motivation to play the game and stuff like that after you get shafted. And I personally, if you are already, have been watching anything that I've been putting out, recently the Demon Meliodas banner, Blue Demon Meliodas, came out to global, and I had roughly 900 gems saved up and everything, which, you should never expect to get exactly what you want. It is, once you boil it down, it is literally just all like random luck anyway. It's just RNG on whether or not you get what you're looking for. So, I mean, you can't really expect anything, and you shouldn't, because you're just going to be let down anyway. But, obviously, like, 900 gems is 30 multis. Within 30 multis, you would kind of think, like, hey, the odds are pretty good here. Hopefully, I can pull the unit. And I personally went in really hard. I did 3 separate videos of me doing 300 gems a piece, and then at the end I even ended up spending a little bit of money just to do an extra multi, which was this stupid idea. You shouldn't do that. It's so dumb to do that, because then if you pull it, yeah, you're gonna feel really good, but like, is it really worth it at that point? Like, I mean, if you don't normally spend money on games like this, then it's probably just not the right thing to do. You're just going to regret it at the end anyway. But, yeah, so on the Reddit, I've been seeing a lot more people post, like, different kinds of, like, actual threads and stuff like that about, how are you keeping motivation to play the game, after, going really hard. I just seen one earlier. Some guy went in with like over 600 gems. I personally went in with over 900. There was like definitely other people. Even on my brother made a video where he summoned for him, and he actually pulled him like relatively early in his summoning, which was very cool. And some guy commented on his video and said that he went in with over 900 gems and didn't pull him. And I mean, not everybody's going to get the character. You got to understand that and everything. So the first day that it happened, I did all of my summoning in the first day and made those 3 videos and everything, and just kind of scheduled the uploads over time. And I was just so pissed off. Like, I mean, obviously, like, everybody deals with it a little bit differently, but I try to think of myself as, somewhat level-headed, and like, I understand that, you're not going to get everything you want. You shouldn't expect that. But God, it was just so, what's the word I'm saying, or trying to say here? It was so, I can't think of the word right now, but it was just very off-putting. Like, it makes you really upset, because you're like, wow, like, I grinded up all of these resources, like, I've got all these diamonds, I've saved, like, I had not spent any diamonds on the last like 2 or 3 banners, and I was just waiting for the right unit to come out that I really wanted, and I was just gonna go all in for it and everything. And I mean, it happens. You get shafted. That's the nature of the game. And I made a thread on Reddit the day after, or the day of, that night that I had done all my summons and everything, and I was, super pissed. So, I mean, kind of, emotions running high and everything, and I made a post basically, like, wondering, just kind of trying to get some feedback from people about, the rates in this game are a lot lower than other gacha games that I've played, and, just, hold on, don't grill me just yet, but the games that I had been playing, they have their own advantages. Like, when I first started playing gacha games, I didn't even know what they were. I started playing a game called Crusader's Quest, and that game actually had a really nice system where you were guaranteed to get a 4-star unit, which was like, I mean, a 4-star unit is like a decent unit in the game. And you were pretty much guaranteed to get one as long as you did a multi. Like, if you did the equivalent of like buying or getting 10 units, you were guaranteed to get a 4-star unit, random unit. There wasn't any sort of like specifics or anything to it when I first started playing the game. But after that game, like, I had played that game like off and on for like 5 years, And then finally, I started looking into other mobile games and everything like that, and my brother was saying that I would really like Dragon Ball Legends because me and my brother really liked Dragon Ball growing up, so I was like, okay, like I'll try it. I was getting really into Dragon Ball at the time because I was starting to play or watch Super a lot, and so I got into Dragon Ball Legends, and I played that game all the way from the first anniversary, like the first year anniversary, till about maybe 8 or 9 months in, and I finally was just kind of fed up with it because of the way I was playing the game. Like, I was playing it more of as a collector. Like, I was like, hey, like, I don't care how strong my units are, I just want to have a copy of each unit. And that's a really bad way to play these kind of games, is because you're going to burn yourself out trying to scrounge every currency you can try to get to summon on these banners and stuff like that to try to get these characters. Whereas in Dragon Ball Legends, it's like a 7% chance to get the equivalent to an SSR. So the rates on that game I thought were low at the time, but this game came out and I was really interested in it, so I kind of started playing it and everything. And as you know, an SSR is a 3% chance, and I was like, wow, that's insanely low. And the fact that they put 10 plus units in these banners at a time, 10 plus SSRs, it's like a 0.14% chance or something like that to get a normal unit, and then your featured units are 0.5. And I was like, wow, that is, that's nuts. That's not even a 1% chance to get your unit, whereas in Dragon Ball, when I was playing it was at least a 1% chance, which I thought was insane. I was like, 1%, what are the fucking odds of that? So I basically made this thread and everything, and I was like, I'm pissed off. I know a lot of other people didn't pull him, and they're pissed off. What do you guys what kind of advice could you give me, or just anything like that to sort of reflect on the whole situation, or have you guys played any games that are worse than this one as far as summoning and being not necessarily greedy, because I don't think this game is necessarily greedy. They do give you a lot of premium currency and everything like that, but I was just so weird about the rates, and surprisingly the thread went really well. I got a decent amount of responses and everything, and each one of them, there was nobody in the thread who was fuck you, you're fucking stupid. Everybody had somewhat of a decent criticism or constructive conversation piece or whatever to kind of at least talk to me in a way where I could kind of understand where they were coming from, because that's the biggest thing, is just trying to see the point of view. So a lot of people were saying that 3% is low, but they do give you a lot of diamonds in the game. You get 5 free diamonds a day, and obviously that doesn't sound like a lot, but with multis only costing 30 diamonds, over the course of a week, that's 25 diamonds. And then plus you're gonna get your diamonds and everything from PvP, and there's all kinds of other side activities and just different ways to get diamonds in this game. There's tons of different ways. So that was one thing that a lot of people were bringing up, and I do understand that, and that is a good point. This game really does kind of compensate you and stuff. Obviously there's the whole I guess people call it the pity system, where every 5th multi or whatever, I guess it would be 6th multi because you have to do 5 multis. Every 6th multi is of a guaranteed SSR, which is really nice. The coin shop is an amazing thing in this game, like no other game that I've played. And even when I first started the game, I always thought that the coin shop was a really, really good idea. So the coin shop is a huge, positive and everything like that. But the one gripe I do have with the coin shop is that you never know. Obviously, if you play JP, you know what units are going to be coming to the coin shop, and not all of the units that everybody wants is going to be a coin shop unit. But that's just kind of the nature of it. Not every unit can be a coin shop unit. So unfortunately, that was one of the reasons that pissed me off the most. Was I was like, damn it, I'm not going to be able to get Blue Demon Meliodas from these summons, and I'm not even going to be able to save these platinum coins that I'm getting to buy him in the coin shop, because he's just not a coin shop unit. Like, Red Demon Meliodas is a coin shop unit, but he's not nearly as good. He's fine, he's a good unit, but he doesn't have the same use case that Blue Demon Meliodas has. So I was just looking at it from a whole lot of different perspectives. There's a lot of people giving me really nice criticisms and just like different kinds of feedback. And I mean, it really just all comes down to like, taking it slow. I mean, it is very, I still can't think of the word. It's very, I'm just going to say off-putting again. Like, it makes you really upset that you're not going to get the character that you want, and getting shafted over and over again definitely sucks. But you have to look at it like, there's going to be tons of banners in the future that are going to have Blue Demon Meliodas, just him as an example. Whatever character it is you're trying to go for, like, if you don't pull him, like, it's not the end of the world. There's always, you have other characters. You can always like try to like farm them up more, or just work on different aspects of the game to kind of keep playing if you want to. I mean, I was really tempted to kind of just like let the game sit for a couple of days and just like blow some steam off and just come back to it at a later date. But I mean, if I really want to like take it seriously, I mean, not seriously, it is just a game. But if I want to actually like keep grinding and keep progressing with my account and everything at the rate that I'm going, then I need to kind of just keep hopping on and doing my dailies and farming up different stuff and just getting my stuff in order and progressing through like I have been. I mean, Blue Demon Meliodas isn't stopping me from doing that. It's not like I need him for anything. He was just going to be a really fun unit to have, and he was going to help me in different situations. But I already have teams for everything. Like, it's not like it would have just changed up my team, really. He's not like detrimental to the game. I don't need him at all. And I'm sure at some point there will be a new featured unit that'll come out, and if Blue Demon Meliodas is on the banner and I get shafted a whole bunch of times trying to go for the featured unit, I mean, hey, maybe I'll get Blue Demon Meliodas instead by accident. So, it's just all about like your outlook on it. You can't be too upset, because really it does kind of just boil down to luck. And I mean, I hate to say that, you don't want to fucking spend money on a game and everything like that, and you don't want to get like just lose out on what you want. But I mean, it's just kind of the nature of it. That's how all these games are built. Obviously, if everybody got what they wanted, nobody would spend money in the game, and the developers wouldn't make anything off the game, and if they would stop making it. Because if you're not making money, then as a company, why would you make the game? So I don't know. People had different kinds of like things that I wasn't even accounting for. Like, people were saying if they increased the rates, that the coin shop would be busted, because then people would pull way too many SSRs, and I can completely see that. Like, you're not going to be pulling like an SSR on like every single multi with it being a 3% chance. But if it was like a 7% chance, or even a 1% chance, or a 10% chance, then SSRs would be flooding the market. And the Platinum Coin Shop, everybody would have like a maxed out Green Merlin, or a maxed out Red Gother, or like even a maxed out Red Demon Meliodas, which he can hit very hard in certain situations. So PvP at that point would become flooded with these coin shop units that are now 6/6 and destroying each other, and it would hinder the whole like player base at that point. So I don't know. I know that it sucks, but you kind of just have to look past it and kind of like think about, the future of the game. And, although you're not going to get the unit right now, it's really all about patience. I was upset that I didn't pull him, because I was like, damn it, I really want to use him on my farming team. I really want to use him in PvP. And by the time, that I end up pulling him or whatever, people are either going to, already, be using the unit and everything, or I'll have to go against him without having him, or, this and that. Just like, I wanted to use him right then and there. And I mean, it's nothing to even get mad over. Like, it's just it's a game. Like, after sitting on it for a couple of days and letting all of these videos come out and everything, it definitely sucks. There's definitely people who got shafted, and I mean, there's people who pulled him on their first multi. I seen multiple Reddit posts and comments on the Netmarble, like Twitter posts and everything like that, where people pulled 2 in 1 multi, or just different kinds of stuff like that. And I mean, everybody has different luck, and that's really all it is. It's RNG. So I don't know. That's pretty much it. I know this isn't going to, like, help you, like, cope with the fact that you just lost a whole lot of diamonds or anything like that, but you just kind of have to, like, chill out and look at it from a different perspective and just kind of, like, focus on other things. Because, I mean, although, like, take the good with the bad. Like, although I didn't pull Demon Meliodas, I ended up pulling a decent amount of SSRs, and now I have a decent amount of coin shop. I actually ended up purchasing Green King because I didn't have him the entire time, so now I can start working on Green King to make my Gray Demon team a little bit better, which is nice. And then I got a whole bunch of silver and gold, you know, coins. I can use those silver coins for a whole bunch of stamina potions and everything like that, so that way I can start farming a whole bunch of shit overnight, and I can get my resources up and start working on my equipment. And, you know, there's just so much to this game. There's no point in getting bogged down and worrying about just pulling a specific unit, because there's new units going to come out. You know, so far there's been like a new unit coming out like every fucking week, so I don't know. Obviously, the 100-day celebration is coming up, or if you're watching this in the future, who knows what's coming up, but 100-day celebration is coming up for us pretty soon, and there's going to be free multis and stuff like that. I mean, the game, you know, they're giving us stuff, like, a lot of people were pissed off about the Green Lilia thing, and I understand that, but the game's pretty generous, and, you know, you just kind of have to take what you can get and just run with it and try to make the best out of it, because that's really all it is if you don't want to play the game, I mean, don't force yourself to play the game. I mean, these gacha games can, you know, suck your life away. Like, you can really get trapped in these, like, it's almost like a gambling addiction, and that's a huge thing, is you don't want to get in this game and just spend a whole bunch of money and, you know, get pissed off because you're not pulling what you're pulling, and then end up spending more money because, you know, you really want whatever it is. Like, I felt so stupid after buying just those extra, like, 20 gems or whatever for, like, $8. $8 is kind of a lot, and I really hate that a lot of these games have such high prices for their gems and everything like that, but it's pretty standard at this point. Like, a lot of these games really just have the same prices. Like, when I played Dragon Ball Legends, I was baffled at the fact that, like, you know, you could buy, you know, not that many gems for like $100, and I was like, what in the fuck, who's buying these? But whales are huge, and, like, there's, you know, there's all kinds of people that have way better situations than other people who are just willing to spend the money and max out characters and just go really hard in games like this. So there's no point in just, like, worrying about it. Hopefully, you know, it'll all kind of even out, and you'll end up getting something else that's cool in the future, or you'll end up getting the unit that you wanted at some point. So just kind of take the good with the bad. I just, you know, take a breath. I was really pissed off that first night, and it even kind of bled into the next day, whereas normally if I go to sleep I can kind of, like, shrug it off and get over it, but I was still kind of, you know, messed up the next day, and I was kind of pissed off about it. But, you know, it just takes time. You just get over it and you kind of move on. So, I mean, I don't know, that's really all I can say. This video went on way longer than I was expecting it to, so I don't know. Let me know your feedback. I would really like to hear from you guys, actually, about this. Like, try to keep it civil. You know, don't, you know, just bitch at me because you didn't pull whatever you wanted to pull. Like, I understand it sucks, but, you know, don't yell at me, please. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, you know, you can kind of look at it from a different perspective, and, you know, this will help you cope with your diamond loss, because I know that it sucks, but you know, it all evens out, hopefully. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'll see you then.